Just your overall assessment first, please, Rohan.
What went on? I thought it was a very strong first half. Probably didn't make the most of it with a few more points I thought would have been worthy in that first half. I thought we were clearly the stronger team, and had to earn every bit of that sort of domination, I thought, or maybe not domination, but on the front foot and looking positive. I think we had 6 line breaks in the first half. Second half we started a bit sketchy. We nearly, we had 2 outside backs injured, struggling through the first half, but they found a way. They started the second half, but they just weren't able to go on. Harry had a decent back spasm quite early in the game after getting hit hard in the tackle, and Fuss has hurt his other knee. So I feel really rough for Fuss. He's worked really hard to come back and in good shape, but he's probably going to be missing for a little bit. And then they went off, and then we found a couple of tries to get the scoreboard back intact. And I thought that was a fair reflection of the game, at least at that point. We had people playing out of position. We had we had a disjointed couple of edges and just weren't able to sort of scramble enough to get the ball back, to be able to push back the other way. At 24 all, there's another huge call goes against us. When a player lends weight behind the ball carrier, that's held. But it wasn't, and then it led to a dropout, which we should have kicked it long there, but we shouldn't have had to kick a dropout. And then I haven't watched the replays of the final try, but I've had half a dozen people tell me that they think Ngama bobbled the ball, and whether he did or he didn't, surely that's the exact reason the video ref is there for. Anyway, I thought we were the better team for more of the game than the other team, but the periods where they were good, they were certainly good against some disjointed sort of combinations on the edge where we were, our edge defence in the first half was particularly good, and then making a bunch of changes and shifts there through the injuries, certainly made it harder for us. But I thought there was a lot to like, but obviously it's a very hard one to take, and there's a lot of very disappointed people. And we just had Simon Brown actually just came and spoke to the boys. He's an impressive guy. He's obviously involved in our physical disability stuff here, and former Army member, and great story. And we've got a bunch of good people around the club, Mike Bates and Gareth Timmins and James Simpson and those type of guys that have contributed to our group. So we're disappointed that we didn't get the win for those guys.
But it was the wrong time for a short dropout.
Yeah, we 24 all. Maybe if you have your best sort of, a great catcher or something ready to go, but I don't think that was the right time for it. It's an all or nothing play, and it didn't need to be at that point in time. But again, I think it's an incorrect call that leads to that. But in the end, you got to play the cards you've been dealt, and we didn't quite play enough good hands tonight.
Is it a group you're going to have to try and pick up now?
No, there's a lot of belief in there. A few of the senior players have spoken really well in there, and there's a lot of belief, and they back each other, and we're very much connected as a group. We just need to play better for longer, and that's we've had too many lapses, over the course of the season, too many periods of games where we haven't been good enough. We had a couple of lapses, periods of time there where we lapsed today, but overall, there was a lot of positive periods as well, but we need more for longer.
When you said excuse me, when you said Fusser could be missing for a bit, do you mean a bit or do you mean a bit?
Not exactly sure. Sometimes I think there's talk about a medial injury there, and sometimes some of the minor ones are very painful early in the piece, but then they come good pretty quickly. Sometimes some of the ones that aren't so painful end up being the more longer ones, so we'll have to get that scanned when the scanning place opens and find out the outcome there.
Rohan, you confident? I think that's 4 defeats from 5. You confident you can turn things around?
I'm confident we'll get a good response next week and we'll go to Hull and play well.
What do you need to see more of from your players to do that?
Well, reflecting on today's game, we needed to play a bit better for a bit longer, and we get a result out of that. And you would have been very proud of the players for finding a way through that with some of the adversity that we had to deal with. So we need to see a response, get back to work, and continue to work on our combinations and our execution defensively. When we're under pressure, which we'll sure to be at some stage in every game. So that'll be for us to work on during the week and be better next week.